8,480 pounds. This is the 34 TSB Cougar here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Triple slide, bunkhouse, outside kitchen, 4 individual sleeping spaces, 70 by 80 king bed up front. We've added a second air conditioner on the one in this video, so keep that in mind. Power stabilizers, dual power awnings, 0 to 100 degree rated, 12 volt tank heaters, and a brand new look compared to the previous generation that is also going to help reduce heat in the RV generated from the sun with a lighter color skin that frankly I think is just sharper and more modern looking. God bless America, this one is awesome. This RV is pretty awesome for a lot of reasons, but travel accessibility is really not one of those. With the slides closed, you're not going to get to anything but the bedroom and the bathroom, so let's get her opened up and see how she's really intended to be used. Because when this one opens up, it is awesome. You get this huge cavernous feeling living room with opposing big slides, open feeling vaulted ceiling, and this big door side super slide loaded with campside windows where we get to take a look at the guy who's mowing the lawn for us right now. That's pretty kind. But kind of like that. We get to see our campsite. We get to see our kids, not the neighbors. You didn't buy this camper to watch the neighbors. You got this camper to see your thing. Now, this one also has an excellent entertainment center. You've got that. Now, we've upgraded the seating to a theater seat, and it's a wall-hugging cinema seat that faces directly across from this oversized 4K TV right here with Bluetooth DVD player above, by the way. Down below, you know, it's what I call a, well, this up top here, it's what I call a no-neck wrecker entertainment center, one of my cute little RV nerdisms. Now, down below, we have an electric space heating fireplace to give us some bonus heat without burning up all of our propane. That little switch over there, that is a light switch for your main cabin. That little black circle above it is a thermal probe for your heating and cooling system. What are they doing over here? Why aren't they by the door, you know? Well, they are. They're actually in several places in this RV, thanks to the in-command system. And one of the areas we can talk a lot about in-command, we're going to talk more about it outside, is up top here in our ceiling. All of these lights in the living room can operate off that light switch by the bunk room door. There's a separate light switch inside the bunk room for the lights in the bunk room, and another switch in the bedroom for the bedroom lights. Or you can control them all off the digital touchpad by the main entry door, or you can grab your phone and Bluetooth sync up to your RV and control your RV systems, including not just the lights, but the air conditioner, the furnace, the water heater, the water pump, the awnings, the slides, all of that stuff right off of your phone. And how cool is that? You know, you don't even, like if you wake up at night and you're too hot, or if you're sitting here and the sun starts baking you, crank up the air and you don't even have to get up. Or if you're watching a movie, kick off the lights, dim it down a little bit, and enjoy a little family movie time. I've got all kinds of storage in this thing, and they put it in every little nook and cranny they possibly could. But this right here is actually pretty impressive. There's a ton of kitchen storage that we're about to see, and they just realized they had this huge, like, refrigerator chunk size of space right here. And they're like, well, we're not going to waste that. So they utilized that nice pocket screwed cabinetry and those hardwood cabinet doors and dressed it right up so that you know, can just pack this thing just to, you know, to beat the band. Now, the TV swings out, obviously. There's really no bad seat in the house. And so it doesn't matter if you're in the kitchen, if you're at the dinette, if you're at the theater seat itself, everywhere is a good place. Now, something Keystone does a lot, especially in like Cougars, Montanas, they're heavier built brands. All interior walls are a 3-inch wall, and every doorway is fully studded out. And you can like grab it, try to wiggle it. It ain't going nowhere. And I think a lot of that interior structure is one of the reasons that we have excellent service records with these things. They just tend to hold up. Now, again, you've got a single switch for all of our main cabin lights within the bunk area, but you notice that you have individual lights for each individual bed space. Kind of a handy, neat thing there. Quick look at the slide area over here. This is a 300-pound rated bunk, by the way. And you can see that you've got a fold-down sleeper sofa below it to kind of give you, you know, maximum sleeping space, which we will circle back to in just a second. But first, a quick look at the nice storage chest that hides below the sleeper sofa right here that a lot of folks tend to miss. Now, right above that, we have what I like to call the move bunk, get out the way. And it's got a handy little gas strut assist system. It will flip itself right up out of the way. We can finish dropping that back down in its place. And voila, suddenly this bunk room becomes something more than just a bunk room. And notice how that truly flips up out of the way so it's not a head knocker. I mean, that's an adult size sleeper, or pardon me, sitting area. You're not going to crack your noggin on anything. Now, up here, should you choose to add some entertainment for the kids, you got a perfect place for it. We have a very common find in a bunk room like this. You have what I like to call the big kid bunk. It's a little bit wider. Although I do want to point out these bunks over here. You see how you've got USB outlets hiding around that corner? That's a very easy thing to miss. And then you notice that you have more outlets down here for the lower bunk. And then you realize, holy cow, this has a separate fourth bunk in the bunk room, whereas a lot of brands just have a very small amount of cabinet space here with a big outside kitchen behind. The low profile outside kitchen Keystone uses on a lot of their models like this gives them the ability to have that fourth individual private bed space. And that is one of the big calling cards of the 34 TSB floor plan. Another hallmark of this layout, we already saw the storage under the sofa, but that thing doesn't quit. They pack this thing, like I said, every nook and cranny. And notice how they're not stingy about cabinet doors. A common trend in the RV business is that, like right here, instead of 2 doors, they'll give you 1 in the middle. And it's not bad. You can reach around the corner to get to it. But Cougar doesn't do that. They go all the way. They even include some drawers in here. You know, socks, underwear, little stuff for the kiddos, maybe toys, whatever. And then they come up here and they add more dresser space and a little bit of dedicated hanging closet space, which is hard to get in a bunkhouse. And obviously we have a full privacy door right here. Now we've talked about storage a few times. Let's really zero in on all the storage here, and it's going to start behind the TV with what I like to call the pantrytainment center. Because you notice that shelf back there, the TV itself acts as a door. And geez, I forgot to open these too. Holy cow, there's a lot in here. Some very deep pockets on either side of that Bluetooth DVD player. That is an 8 cubic foot fridge freezer in conjunction with the little fridge outside. This RV has about 10 cubic foot of cold storage, which is pretty respectable. I like the little spice rack over there by the counter, or it could be a handy little phone device charger, or a great little spot for a coffee maker. You'll find more easy reach outlets right on the face of the peninsula, as well as in that kitchen breeze window back there. This is a very appliance-friendly living room, well, I suppose, but kitchen area. Now, all of our countertops are going to be a sealed edge pressed membrane material, and I like how, well, first of all, you've got 4 drawers to the floor, plus an additional drawer below that Furrion oven right there. Tons of drawer space in this kitchen, and we're not done. There's 3 more to go yet. But I like the fact that the countertop space is to the right of the stovetop. And it is something that's going to benefit, I think, about 88% of people, which is, I think, roughly how the percentage of people that are right-handed in the United States. Because most of us being right-handed, we want to stir stuff with our right hand and then set the spoon to the right of the stove, not the left. But I've noticed a lot of RVs are built with countertops to the left of the stovetop. Not a big deal. It's a small thing, but I like it. Now, along with those nicer countertops that I just mentioned, you've got that recessed flush mount stove. You do have dual sink covers to utilize even the sink area's prep space as well. But I wanted to give us a good chance to take a look at the high-rise faucet, and specifically the dual extra deep stainless sinks that go below that. So we took a look at the drawer space over here, but let's see what else this peninsula has in store for us. And the short answer is a lot. It's got a lot in store for us. Because it's a peninsula and not an island, they were able to utilize the cabinet space all the way over the wall, and they threw some shelves in there to make that like big pots and pans friendly. Now you've got a great space for a huge wastebasket down there, and hopefully, I know it's kind of a weird camera angle right now, but this isn't camera friendly, but it's very camping friendly. And then we've got more drawers over here. So there's 9 drawers within arm's length of the campsite chef at any given moment. Pretty cool stuff. We already talked about all the windows and everything over here, so I think we're ready just to move on up to the bathroom area, past the in-command system that we've talked about. More of those fully framed doors. This is a dual entry bathroom. You can get to it from either the hallway like I just did, or from the master bedroom. Again, 1 light switch. And they've recently changed over to a completely clear radius shower enclosure. And even though there's mechanically nothing different in this bathroom, it feels so much bigger now because it doesn't feel all boxy and enclosed off. Now they put their skylight in the correct spot. so that if you're tall like me, standing right in front of the shower, you got plenty of headroom. In conjunction with that big exaggerated vaulted ceiling, you're going to be good to go there. You know, pretty common. Medicine cabinet, mirrored, that's normal stuff, but big sink, more sealed edge countertops. They don't waste any potential storage space. Big space for a wastebasket down there. Now we have a porcelain foot flush stool. Notice that they do not have heat vents here on the floor of the bathroom, but it actually runs through the base of the shower. And then, kind of like the bunkhouse, every little space they possibly could, they add storage. In this case, you've got dedicated linen space right here, so you can have towels dedicated into the bathroom instead of needing to, you know, like walk around or go to a hallway closet in the event that you happen to have forgotten something. So up here in the bedroom, just like we saw in every other room, I just want to point out the fact that we do have simple one-switch lighting for our main cabin lights, as well. Then you have, you know, separate lights for like above the bed. Now these lights right up here can be controlled via in-command, but they still give you a wall switch. Notice we did add the second air conditioner to this one, so you are getting maximum cooling power here. I also want to point out, again, more storage, this time a huge easy lift chest under this king bed. And that's not a Camp King. It used to be. Not too long ago, actually. But when Cougar redesigned their nose caps not too long ago, they gained the ability to extend their bedrooms by 6 inches. And they realized, holy crap, we could have a 70 by 80 king bed, a normal, like, fifth wheel Montana size king bed here in a travel trailer. You can still walk around it. We can still have the storage above. We've got that cool windshield with the roll down night privacy shade up in there to block the sun or to block the nosy neighbors. You know, you can't see in that thing, but you can sure see out of it pretty darn well. But they still have nice side stands, and you can see how they have household and USB plugs, not on just one side, but on both sides. So both sides are CPAP friendly, alarm clock, blankets, fans, lights, phone chargers, whatever, whenever, these got it done. Back outside, quick note again, dual power awnings with that big door side super slide, which gives you all those windows here all over your campsite side. It kind of chops your conventional awning space down quite a bit. Well, you know, they said, well, what if we just throw a second awning on the face of the slide out? Now suddenly you're gaining more total patio space than you would have had before. All Cougar trailers have the MoreRide step above stable step system with those adjustable foot pegs, a nice wide plank so it's easy come and go. This has a generous pass-through, which we are greeted by slam latches and magnet catches. Getting in and out is simple and easy. You look down in here, you can see a lot of that aluminum skeleton work Keystone likes to do going in place, and anything that's welded, or aluminum Keystone, is going to be welded, by the way. Now I've got this shield, the faceplate on the in-command system pulled down right now. It replaces your conventional RV fuse box, if this is new to you. Now, a lot of people watch my videos habitually, and you're like, dude, I've seen this before. But remember, a lot of people haven't. So, what is this thing? First of all, Keystone was the first towable RV manufacturer to color code all of their wiring, and it comes into this one centralized housing point. So, first of all, we found that the wiring reliability of our Keystones with in-command tends to be better. And secondly, God forbid you need to, you know, you can stop at like any automotive parts store. That's just an automotive like bus style relay, and you can self-diagnose a lot of things, and it's very clearly listed right here on this panel exactly what every single thing is and does on that. You don't have to be an electrical engineer to understand this. Now, hypothetically, let's say your phone won't sync up with the in-command thing for I don't know what reason. Sometimes phones like to do that. Bluetooth can be wonky. It's generally pretty reliable though. Or something happens, the pad isn't working. I don't know, whatever the case. Or you just don't want to go inside. You can turn this little selector knob to whatever motor you want and still open and close everything, so you still have a physical override switch as opposed to a digital touchpad or a Bluetooth uplink to be able to operate your awnings, your jacks, your slides, all that kind of good stuff. Now, last year, I don't know what time you're watching this video, in the fall of 2018, in what you call the 2019 and a half generation of Cougars, Every single Cougar, including their travel trailers, became 0-degree rated. They drastically improved their heating and cooling package, inclusive of 12-volt tank heaters, in addition to an enclosed heated belly with some really intelligent engineering on things like their water lines and how they run along their heat lines to help heat the water lines with the furnace heat already. You know, they vented the attic to give it superior hot camp capability, and with the new lighter, whiter skin, I think that that's only going to be improved further. Now, that beautiful nose cap up front, Keystone does so many nose caps that they bought their own paint shop just to do that. They don't even have to outsource it because they're huge. They do more laminated RVs than any other manufacturer on the planet, so they can do that kind of thing. So that is an automotive windshield with an automotive seal system as opposed to a sidewall window. It's a much thicker, heavier, stronger piece of glass. So we talked about the underbelly enclosure. This does have 4-corner power stabilizer jacks to make everything push button simple. Over here, simple little docking center for things like a city water connection. Now, a lot of manufacturers put a cable TV hookup in here, but Keystone's Key TV system puts that on the back, and that is a little outside utility shower with a variable quick connection on it, next to your little simple side mount solar prep plug. You have kind of sort of like a hammered tin skin on your slide walls of a lot of Keystones, and that cottage cheesy texture, technical term. It does an excellent job of getting a hold of these seals. Now, the slide areas of Keystone RVs are a very often neglected thing from other manufacturers who copy a lot of Keystone RVs, of which there's more Keystone copies on the market than anyone else, guys. So there's always 3 seals in contact with Keystone slides at any given time on these Cougars. You've got this wiper seal, there's another one inside, then there's the bulb seal, like this is the external bulb seal, there's a matching bulb seal internally. There's also an interior wall rain channel to shunt any water that does manage to get through those away from all that. Then this little kind of detail stuff, take your fingernail and run it under this piece of trim. You'll find that there's a groove right there. Why does that matter? Why do you care? Why am I even talking about it? Well, water can't walk up an inversion without help. Well, by putting a little inversion there, even a tiny one, it will cause water to bead up and drip down as opposed to wick under your subflooring. Pretty cool. Now you might notice, actually we're going to get on the roof later, so I'll talk about the roof then. But the windows all heavily tinted to help keep the sun out. Once again, heating and cooling efficiency. The backup camera prep up top there, pretty common stock nowadays. But what is not common stock is the backup reverse travel lighting that you have on a lot of Keystone RVs now. If you take a look at the brake lights here, your tail lights, they've got a big white element to them. Those are some serious high intensity white LED lights, so that when you shift into reverse, the back area of your RV becomes brighter. Now, a couple cool things. One, it is nice to help your spotter, or if you're utilizing a backup camera, should you choose to add one here at Haylett RV to your Cougar RV, well, you know, it gives you a better field of view of what and who is behind you. But secondly, let's say you're backing up and there's another car getting ready to drive behind you. They can see that you're backing up. Wouldn't it be nice to not have to start your RV vacation by backing into some guy and exchanging insurance information? Well, something as stupid as some backup lights on this Cougar may actually help prevent that. Now, on the rear bumper back here, we do have a simple bike rack receiver hitch. Right now, I understand this looks very close to the ground, but if you notice, guys, we're parked right up next to this embankment here. This is not at all level. The trailer's actually tailed down, parked right now, so that does sit up a little bit higher than it seems to at this moment in time. Now, this is really intelligent use of space. This is a low-profile outside kitchen, and it's a great one. Remember, this has 4 separate individual bunks in the bunk room. That is not possible with a full-size, taller outside kitchen. So this is what gives you that, like, just loads and loads of sleeping space in there. But we still maintain this awesome capital grill outside. You know, instead of a 2-burner stovetop that the flame can blow out easily. You see how that's flickering from the breeze today? Well, that would actually be enough to give a lot of RVQs or stovetops a lot of trouble. Now, it burns so hot, they actually have to put it in a galvanized rolled steel housing. Now, it's bigger than the old thing used to be, and these used to have what I call the dog dish style. So what they did is said, I tell you what if we go to a bigger grill and we sacrificed the sink that not a lot of folks are happy with. We add a second outside utility shower here, which is hands-free mount and useful for things like also hosing off the kids. So now it's multi-purpose. Plus we still have Dad's medicine cabinet, and we have outside TV connections, and we have a load of campsite windows over here. Now, I said we'd come back to the stable steps. I don't want to overlook that. Maybe I can't. You know what, guys? I have seen so many different things now that today it's all starting to bleed together. So if I haven't talked about these are standard on all Cougar travel trailers from August or September of 2018 forward. They have adjustable feet pegs. They can marry up to just about any campsite. And what's cool about these, you are in a bunkhouse camper, or looking at rather, and hopefully soon we'll be in if you give our team a call here at Haylett RV. Well, there's a lot of people coming and going out of this thing probably. Well, that step holds the weight of the people coming and going, so the trailer's not rocking and rolling every time someone comes through. It just makes a more enjoyable camping experience for everybody. And I like to get up here on Cougars for a couple of reasons. It is like one of the sturdiest, feeling roofs to walk on underfoot of a lot of different brands that we carry here at Haylett RV. It's just solid. It feels like it's laminated, but it's not. They're also crazy heavy-handed with their sealants, which I like to point out. This little white puck thing, by the way, that's a roof attic vent, so that the heat that hits the roof of this doesn't kind of build up and cook you to death from the inside out. Now, remember, we have added the second air conditioner over the bedroom of this one. That is not standard equipment. I just like to reiterate that real quick. But on a big triple slide bunkhouse like this one, frankly, I think it is a very good idea to add. Now, if you're looking for maybe a fifth wheel with a similar floor plan, we have those. If you're looking for, you like what you see, but it's just a little too big for you, well, give us a call. We have that too. We have basically everything pretty much at Haylett RV at this point. So whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, everything between, we do it all, guys. Well, almost all. We don't do hidden dealer fees. And I don't care where you live. If you're near or far, no one's too far to work with us at Haylett RV. All we need is a fair opportunity. And hopefully I think you feel we've earned that in return for our efforts here today. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.